everybody, Danielle Egnew here. I am with my friend, an awesome human being, Danny Choriki. Now, you might have heard his name because Danny is running for City Council in Ward 3. So we're down here at Bin 119 downtown, and I just thought I'd ask Danny a few questions because if you're not familiar with what Danny stands for in terms of running for City Council, it's honestly my opinion you should be. Is there anything you'd like to leave folks with in terms of what you feel is really truly the largest, most pressing issue that Billings is facing right now?
I think it isn't really an issue per se. It is a statement about the state of politics in our nation in general, and certainly here in Montana, and certainly here in Billings. We've become so divisive. We've become so angry and emotional in how we're thinking about public policy that we, one, are not listening to each other and therefore can't possibly come to any kind of a compromise to move forward. But we're also, a bunch of us are also starting the conversation by saying, hey, this is a fixed thing and I'm not going to budge from it. What we need to be doing is what, I spent a lot of time in large corporations when I was back in New York City for about 20 or 30 years, and almost all of that was in some form of some type of a department that was dealing with either rolling out information technology or changing the way information and decisions flow within the organization. And in businesses today, you start with the problem, you analyze it, you try to figure out what the cause is, and then you sit down and say, okay, well, if that's the problem, then we should do this in order to fix it. And you try it, and if it works, great. If it doesn't work, you try something else. Mm-hmm. I hear people saying all the time, run it like a business, but what they really mean is like, we don't want to spend any freaking money. If we really ran it like a business, there's a ton of best practices that corporations and even medium-sized businesses are doing that would allow us to deal with these problems. Bottom line, the most important thing is we have serious issues we need to address, and we need serious people who are willing to sit down, look at the problem, and figure out how to fix it. And we're not going to do that by pointing fingers and calling names. We're going to do that by working together.
Absolutely. Do you see why I think he's cool? He's really cool. Thank you, Danny. Thanks for running. And listen, everybody, the ballots are out now. So fill those ballots out. No matter who you are voting for, please research your candidates, gang. And I can speak as somebody who ran. This is hard, okay? It takes a lot of work. And if you're running for office, it's because you honestly believe you can bring a perspective change and something that would be beneficial. So research your candidates in your ward. Ward 3, Danny Choriki is our guy. I am loving this. Thank you, Danny.
Thank you, Danielle.
See you guys.
Ciao.